Hey guys, Desloader Magic here with the final Aetherdrift spoiler video. Oh yes, let's start with a pretty spicy one here, Guidelight Synergist. It's a 4-cost single white 0/4 artifact creature robot artificer, but you might think, well that's not very good. Oh, flying, which you might have noticed is really powerful in this set. Not the most common thing in the world, not easy to achieve. Kind of like the Haunted House set, because, where's there to fly in a Haunted House? So if you had a flyer in Limited, we're talking draft or sealed, and your opponent couldn't shut it down, they just watched their life tick away every single turn. So this one says the creature gets +1/+0 for each artifact you control. Not non-token, just count the artifacts. Ooh, drop it in and win. Now, red-white tends to be the rush colors, but I think that's mostly in the standard constructed format, which I say kind of ironically because none of these are even close to a power level that can compete with the meta right now. So this is DOA. Nobody's running vehicle anything. Maybe red-white rush by a stretch, but I can name red-white decks right now that don't bother with vehicles that are way faster than this. So yeah, I don't think this is going to sell very well, and nobody wants vehicles in Commander. So this set was just flavor, terrible, art all over the place. Logic, no, they did away with that. Weird SJW haircuts, nailed it. Absolute 100%, 10 out of 10. That is the only thing they put sufficient effort into. The mechanic, one of the most hated ones. I mean, out of the last 10 years, companion and vehicle are really the only two that stand out in my mind immediately as whoa, people hated that universally. From the amateurs to the pros and everything in between, everybody hated vehicles and everybody hated companions. Really hit one out of the park here. Okay, so before I just go full summary on the set, let's read some more cards. We got Howl Squad Heavy. It's a 3-cost 2/3. Creature Goblin Mercenary, start your engines. Other goblins you control have haste. Okay, kind of their thing. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token. That token attacks this combat if able, pardon me. Then max speed, tap and add 1 red for each goblin you control. Oh, okay. So if you didn't win the Goblin Blitz for some reason, but they're all still there, so very narrow condition, then you could just do this, double down, and bring in the heavies, or flood even harder. I like it. Boost them maybe? I don't know. I mean, realistically pay for a bunch of exhaust abilities, but next up we got Lightning Strike. You know it. We all know what it does. It's Lightning Bolt, but fixed. I mean, doing 3 damage for 1 to any target is anomalous. To say the least. I made a whole video on it. Very controversial because people are like, no, that was the start of Magic. Okay, no, just learn how math works, people. So yeah, this is 3 damage, instant speed, any target for 2 mana, the correct amount of mana. But yeah, we haven't had Lightning Strike for a little bit, so it's back. It actually may have been in Foundations, I didn't look. Next up, just look at this art though, plow through, come on. That's one way to win a race. I would recommend not hanging out the window with your arms up if you do that. Just throwing that out there. So I actually don't love this card, but they did do it right. So if you want to talk about power creep, here it is. 1 singular mana, sorcery speed, green. Choose 1. Target creature you control legitimately actually fights target creature an opponent controls. So, in other words, no I deal damage equal to my power. It's totally not a kill spell, with absolutely 0 chance of it backfiring if they grant it Death Touch or something. That's become the new standard for green removal, which just pisses me off because that is not color pie. Having it actually fight, where if they boost it, you lose, now that's some green crap, but they had to put it on a dual modal spell that costs 1. In the uncommon slot. Come on. This is pure power ramp in card form, or at least the result of it, the evidence of it. The aftermath, whatever you want to say. So the second mode is destroy target vehicle. So a partial naturalized fight card for 1. Very, very, very good card. Probably should cost 2. Would have cost 2 5 years ago. Next up, Road Rage. It's a 1-cost red instant. It deals X damage to target creature planeswalker, where X is 2 plus the number of mounts and vehicles you control. So guaranteed 2 damage to a creature planeswalker plus 1 per vehicle or mount. That's pretty good. Then we've got Sky Crash. I remember seeing this artwork and thinking, what the heck? It's a 2-cost instant. In red, destroy target artifact, and then cycling 1 red. So if you need it, cool. If you don't, then ditch it for 1, which is, not that much. So that allows you to mainboard it. It's not just, oh, I've got artifact destruction in my sideboard just in case. Now, in a set with this many artifacts, I'd mainboard it in limited, obviously, but I like the optionality. Now here's where it gets interesting, all right? So we're in Mogadishu or whatever. It says, under moonfall conditions, there's nothing you can do but drive and hope for the best. So that's like an impact from the moon. So the moon is still hitting the plane. My understanding was one or more moons already impacted the plane. So the moon like blew up and now it's still falling? It's like a meteorite situation or something. Like, I don't know. That's kind of like cooler. I really like the idea. It's already better than the movie Moonfall, which was pure idiocy. Anyway, so we've got Ancient Vendetta against the moon. It's a 4-cost black sorcery. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. So you can't even technically stop a card that says you can have as many as you want, like that stupid bunny card. Then the player shuffles. So here's why I hate this. At any mana amount, in any set, at any level of perceived playability, they can take notes. Legally, within reason, they can sit there and take notes. So they now have your entire deck list. They can look at every other card. Now, would it be better if they trusted you to do it? No, absolutely not. What are you, a Culliver judge to do it? This is ridiculous. This card shouldn't exist. It is so slow. And then if you want to be like a courteous player, you're just playing like casual competitive at F&M, well, you play this to nuke, some toxic thing that you don't want, like some horrible mythic is coming, like, some free casting dinosaur, for example. I don't know. Like a 7-cost red, or like, I don't know. I don't even know. What could that be? I wonder. But you want that out of the game, out of their deck, goodbye, get rid of it. Well, now you're like, okay, I don't want to write down every single card you got left and then like try and guess at your sideboard and all that, because that'll take like 3, 4, 5 minutes. It's kind of like try hard. It's a little douchey. But then you realize, well, now you have to flash memorize it instead, or you can just not pay attention at all and then what? Cripple yourself like you're paying 4 mana for this. It's a big investment. You finally nailed them. It's just careless, stupid, and just throwing away perfectly good information if you don't like effectively learn how their entire deck works while you're allowed to look at their entire deck. So it's just nobody wins. Nobody's comfortable with this. And it gives them a chance to like stack your deck, do something funny to like the mana density. Nothing good comes out of this search their everything they own crap. Okay, they need to do away with that. Now it works perfectly on digital. But on digital, they're going to time you out to the timer. 44 seconds minimum, guaranteed. While they sit there and take notes or have an AI plugin do it for them. I mean, there's so much cheating. Nothing good comes from this card in any format. They need to stop printing that. So mini rant over, let's move on to Thopter Fabricator. Oh, good, Thopters, love them, infinite, let's go. So it's a 3-cost 4/4, so right off the bat it's blue. It is not allowed to have a higher attack power than its casting cost without a drawback. The drawback is it's not a creature, it has crew 2. So there you go. There are 2 exceptions, by the way. There might be 3 now. One is Goliath Sphinx. The other, I keep forgetting and making it like a fun play-at-home quiz because legitimately I just don't remember. Put it in the comment section if you do. Yeah, there have been 2 cards in the entire history of the color blue in the entire history of the game where their attack power is higher than their casting cost without a drawback. Fun trivia. Anyway, this is flying, and whenever you draw your second card each turn, create a Thopter. That's annoying because we already have a card that does that with like birds or whatever. Or fairies, is it? I don't remember. Whatever. Yeah, so that has flying, and this is crew 2, so this is pretty annoying. I mean, this would be downright obnoxious in a draft, so if you see it, you might just be playing blue. And then we've got Sundial Dawn Tyrant. What is even going on here? Who is he? Where is he? What? Anyway, it's a 2-cost 3/3 legendary artifact creature construct. The end, period. That's it. No crew, no vehicle. He's a vanilla 3/3 legendary for 2 mana for some reason. And finally, we've got the most in-your-face art where it's like, 5 colors of mana, get it? Like, you'd have to be a toddler to not get this. It's trying a little too hard. But, okay, so it's a 5-cost double white sorcery, rare. I wonder what this does. Oh, all creatures and vehicles lose indestructible till end of turn, then destroy all vehicles and creatures. Who'd have thought? And it's cycling too, to encourage people to play this. You know what people are going to do with this? Man, lands, and control. 100% man, lands, and control. Blow everything up, counter everything, scry draw. Direct kill spells, counter spells, whatever they got to do. 3 color, you already know them. I don't even need to name them at this point. And then they attack you with man, lands, and then scurry back to being lands during their turn. A virtually unbeatable deck. Absolutely obnoxious AIDS mixed with cancer mixed with Ebola. And they decided to pile on by giving them a 5-cost, blow up everything even if it's indestructible, cycling 2. board wipe card with awful artwork. Thanks, Swatsy. And with that, let's close out this absolutely god-awful set. I hope I never have to see it again. I might draft it once as a joke and then just wait for Foundations to come back around again. Holy crap. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time, which next time is going to be the art controversies. There's one art theft and one AI-generated art, so that'll be fun.